Okay, my last video I showed you how to pull off the muffler, and now we're going to show you how to pull off the top end to kind of look into it a little bit more and figure out what's going on with your chainsaw, why it won't work. In pulling off the muffler, you can kind of look in there and see if there's any scoring or marks on the cylinder. Probably pretty good indication that you have a problem going on, why it won't start. So let's go ahead and dive into it a little bit more. And this one is nice. I'm just going to pull off this bolt right here and take off the top cover. That one has, with that off, we should be able to get our top cover off. So once we have that off, we're going to just pull off our muffler. It's probably a pretty good time to also take out the spark plug. So it's kind of, I'm kind of going about it a different way here. Always check your spark plug. Look at that, it's a brand new one. Whoever I bought it from put a brand new spark plug in it thinking that was a problem. And I think they also put a brand new air filter on it. So kind of push that away, out of the way. And then the top cover with just 3 bolts will pop right off. So here's the decompression valve. I don't like these at all. I think they fail. I think they have issues. People like them. With a small 64cc saw, you don't need a decompression valve. So we're going to pop it out. But if you still notice, it will. So it's still pulling, and you couldn't really see, but here there was kind of some atomized gas and air coming out, so it's telling me that it's working well there. So something's going on to where this isn't working like it should. So some people will remove the whole entire carburetor. There's actually just a piece right in here. It's kind of like a little a cinch, or I guess a clamp. And you can remove that just with needle nose pliers, expand it, and it'll just pull back on itself. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 head bolts, and then one kind of anti-vibe bolt here on the side, and the cylinder just comes all the way up. So if you see that, just kind of goes right in there, it can kind of crunch right back on itself. One. There's one head bolt. 2, 3. 4. So all those are off. And now we'll just kind of, oh, you know what I forgot to do? We'll just kind of push this back. I want to be careful you don't tear that. Unless it's bad and you have to buy another. Intake boot. That's what they call it, the intake boot. But there we go. There, and then you'll also want to move your. What do they call that? Not hitting me. Impulse line. That is your impulse line. So you just kind of want to do the same thing, just kind of back it off. It's rubber. Don't break it. Don't tear it. Just kind of needle nose pliers, or I'm just kind of using the scrunch end. Just kind of pry it off. Once you get that, just kind of pull it up. And if you notice, of course, I leave the I didn't need to leave the handlebar on, but I was just kind of going minimalist here. And there's the problem right there. Look at that intake side. See how that's all scored up? Now if you look, that ring is fused in there. And so it fuses it in there and it won't pressurize. And if you look in here, let's see, yeah, you got some scuffing. So this might be good. You might be able to resurface it. Some people use what do they use? Muriatic acid, some to clean it up. But for sure, you got some problems right there. So that is telling me that he straight gassed it, because the gas fuel comes in through the carburetor and shoots right in, and the very first part that was affected is the intake. If it was the outtake, if it was the rear end, that would probably tell me there's possibly a vacuum, so it's sucking air from elsewhere, and this end will fail before this end. But since we just had straight gas going in with no oil mix, the first part affected that was caused was this. On a vacuum leak, the vacuum leak will be somewhere in the crankcase. You're still going to get a lot of oil gas mix on the front end and not the back end, if that's right. I mean, that's just logically what I think. If you think it's something else, let me know. So that is a quick breakdown of how you take apart the top end off of a chainsaw. And they're all pretty much the same. They're all going to have 4 bolts to take the head off. They're all going to slide up the same. So stay tuned. We're going to put another head on this and we're going to check it. I'm almost positive I don't need to pressure check it. I did get a pressure vacuum tester, so I might just do that to kind of show how it's done. But I'm almost positive the guy that had this straight gassed it. Then he probably went and got some normal gas and said, hey, what's going on? So, and then he sold it to me for inexpensive. I actually have a couple heads that I'll put on here, and we'll go from there. Hope you like this video. Like and subscribe. Send me with any of your questions that you have. Let me know what you want me to do. I'll make some more videos. I'm catching up. My goal for this year is 100 videos posted, and I'm like way behind. So thanks again. I'll see you guys soon.